The Apprentice is an engaging biographical drama that takes us to New York City in the 1970s and 1980s. The film explores the early life of young Donald Trump and his complex mentorship with the controversial lawyer Roy Cohn. As their relationship develops, we see the fierce ambition and ruthless strategies that propelled Trump's rise in the competitive world of real estate, highlighting themes of power and success in a pivotal area of American business. In 1973, a young Donald Trump crossed paths with Roy Cohn, a powerful and controversial lawyer, in an exclusive New York City restaurant. Cohn was already infamous for his role in prosecuting the Rosenbergs. During this meeting, Trump complained about the federal government investigating his father, Fred Trump, for racial discrimination against black tenants in their apartment buildings. Cohn listened and offered his help, promising to take on Trump's case and defend the family's real estate empire. This meeting marked the start of a strong partnership that would have a big impact on Trump's future. After Cohn uses some serious blackmail tactics on the lead prosecutor, the case ends up settling for very little, even though there was clear evidence of racial discrimination. Trump feels victorious and grows even closer to Cohn, seeing him as an even better mentor than his own father. Cohn teaches Trump key lessons: dress to impress, control the media, and follow his 3 golden rules. Always go on the attack, never admit any fault, and claim victory no matter the outcome. Trump is later invited to one of Cohn's extravagant parties, where he stumbles upon a wild scene that reveals more about Cohn's private life, which was a bit of an open secret. This strange yet fascinating friendship would shape Trump's approach to life and business. Trump sets his sights on turning the rundown Commodore Hotel near Grand Central Terminal into a shiny new Hyatt. To make this happen, he needs a big tax break. Cohn, who's got some powerful connections and a few incriminating tapes of officials, steps in and helps Trump secure a $160 million tax break for the project. This deal leaves advocates for the coup outraged. Meanwhile, Trump doesn't even ask his father, Fred, who he has a tense relationship with, for permission to take on the project, showing he's ready to do things his own way. Trump goes on to build the iconic Trump Tower, showing off his achievement and downplaying his father Fred's smaller successes. The media quickly starts to see him as a major player and successful mogul. Meanwhile, Cohn criticizes unions and welfare programs, positioning himself as a champion of the American spirit, but frequently disregards rules, morals, and facts to get what he wants. As Ronald Reagan's presidency begins, Trump talks about how America needs to show more strength instead of letting other countries disrespect it. He and Roger Stone particularly like one of Reagan's slogans, "Let's make America great again," which would later become famous in Trump's own campaign. Despite Cohn's warnings, Trump pushes forward with risky real estate ventures, like the Trump Taj Mahal Casino in Atlantic City, which ends up losing a lot of money. Meanwhile, Trump's father Fred is disappointed in his older son and Donald Trump's older brother Fred Jr., who became a pilot for Trans World Airlines. Fred sees this as a low-status job, comparing it to a bus driver with wings. Fred Jr. struggles with alcoholism, eventually losing his job, and the family distances themselves as he spirals downward. Sadly, he passes away, leaving the family devastated. His mother, Marianne, is especially heartbroken not only by Fred Jr.'s tragic end, but also by Donald's attempts to use his father's dementia to gain control of the family inheritance to cover his own growing debts. Trump meets Ivana Zelníková, a model from the Czech Republic, and impresses her by covering her expenses. He even follows her to Aspen, Colorado, where she's working, just to ask her on a date. They eventually get married, and Ivana becomes an important part of the Trump organization's success. But as time goes on, Trump starts to feel resentful of her growing influence, and tension rises between them. Their marriage becomes rocky, leading to heated arguments. As Cohn faces possible disbarment, he develops AIDS but denies it publicly. His partner Russell also contracts AIDS, and Cohn asks Trump to let Russell stay at the Hyatt Hotel. Eventually, Trump forces Russell to leave, claiming guests had complained, and avoids confronting Cohn. Cohn angrily confronts Trump in the street, calling him ungrateful and fake. After Russell's passing, Trump takes Cohn to Florida to celebrate his birthday, gifting him diamond cufflinks with the Trump logo. But later at dinner, Ivana reveals that the diamonds are actually fake zirconium. When the birthday cake arrives, Cohn gets emotional, excusing himself from the table in tears. In the end, Cohn passes away. Trump decides to undergo liposuction and surgeries to reduce his scalp, aiming to improve his appearance. He meets with a ghostwriter for his autobiography, The Art of the Deal, and repeats Cohn's 3 rules as if they were his own life principles. Trump then starts imagining himself as a future president, talks about how winners are genetically superior, and reflects on his own greatness as he gazes out over the New York skyline. The Apprentice is a 2024 biographical drama that dives into Donald Trump's career as a real estate mogul in New York City. Directed by Ali Abbasi, the film stars Sebastian Stan as Donald Trump, Jeremy Strong as Cohn, with Martin Donovan playing Trump's father Fred, and Maria Bakalova as Ivana Trump's first wife. The movie hit theaters in the United States on October 11, 2024. By early November, it had earned about $9 million at the box office, though it was produced on a $16 million budget, and it has received generally positive reviews from both audiences and critics. On IMDb, the audience score is 7.2 out of 10, while it has an 84% audience score and an 82% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes. The Apprentice has drawn mixed to mostly positive reactions, with many praising Sebastian Stan's performance for going beyond just mimicking his character, capturing the essence of Donald Trump. The movie tells the story of young Trump's early mentorship with Roy Cohn, and how their tough relationship shaped his rise during the ambitious corporate era of the 1980s. Some have compared the film to classic stories about mentors and their students, exploring themes of power, success, and the idea of winners and losers that defined American business at that time. Many reviewers praised the film for its emotional depth and strong performances, calling it both entertaining and thought-provoking. However, some felt that the portrayal of Trump was too sentimental and argued that it repeated familiar stories without offering new insights or critiques. While certain critics appreciated the balance between satire and drama, others believed the film missed chances to be more politically sharp. Overall, The Apprentice is seen as an interesting but divisive take on influence and ambition, leaving audiences with a range of opinions. So, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to stay in the loop with all the latest movie buzz. Until we meet again, keep soaking up the magic of the silver screen. See you in the next one.